So if you're a woman who's coming in, what would you say just to be aware of, and where to find the resources that keep you resilient in what you're doing? What have you found as you've come in? If this panel is to attract more women into the space, let's give them a full toolkit. So Caroline, because you're right, top right to me, would you, what would your one piece of the toolkit be?
I think it's if you're starting out, find the communities where there are the women, right? That will be a great entry point for you. So obviously, Bridget, I found you, and I found many others through the Bigger Pie and other communities, and they are out there. There's a lot of kind of women in blockchain type of communities, and what I love about them is that they go out of their way to be as welcoming as possible. And I think they're probably some of the most honest places you can get advice and feedback. There's no posturing. It's very supportive. So that would be my tip, to actually find communities like yours, Bridget, to be your entry point. And then you'll be able to kind of branch out from there.
Wonderful. Myrtle, what have you found?
Yeah, actually, the Bigger Pie. So that's really the honest truth. So it went way back. So I don't know how I found you guys. So I'm really grateful at the same time. I even sent you DMs, right?
That's no
reason why I'm grateful.
Very kind.
All of the opportunities. It's just like there are really good communities such as the Bigger Pie. I haven't seen any community like this at all. It's just like it's really abundant with opportunities. It's not really what do you call this? We do have here in the Philippines colonial mentality, right? So when it comes to what do you call this, crab mentality, colonial mentality, but here in the Bigger Pie, I didn't ever felt that. It's just like all girls are welcome when it comes to opportunities for sharing their thoughts, the opportunities for speakers. It's just like it's really helping each other. It's not about the promoting the Bigger Pie. It's my own experience. And yeah, this is actually the reason why I'm always sharing my opportunities as well. Like for example, we built like promoting with Goku Market and all. So I'm sharing at the same time. I'm duplicating the ways and mindset of the Bigger Pie to the other communities that we have, so we can put it inside the Bigger Pie to make it big.
Amazing. And I didn't plant this answer, by the way. Just for those who might be watching and going, really?
I'm going to jump in at that point, actually. The Bigger Pie is one of the best things that has happened to me in the crypto space. And Bridget already knows this. And I've been part of it maybe ever since it ever started on WhatsApp, I think. One of the early members. And that's how I've met all of you girls. Myrtle I met in Saigon a long time ago when we were doing all the events. And I think the cool thing about the Bigger Pie and the value that it brings is that it's a collective of super knowledgeable, super skilled leaders in the space who all have something to say and are all there to help each other. And they all have goals and they all know what it takes to get there, but they know that if they don't know how to get there, there's someone in there who can help them too. And that's what I've managed to gain from there too, plus mentors, including you, Bridget, and Caroline. I've been able to be involved in different projects with Caroline, with Life Ties, and it just brings you so much opportunity, like Myrtle said. So yes, and we get to do cool things like this.
We do indeed.
Anyway, thank you for bringing us all together, Bridget.
Thank you. I am blushing now, so thanks for that as well. Zaynab, what's your resilient story, as it were, your toolkit that you would expect, or you would have liked to have been told about as you've come in?
Well, Emma's my toolkit right now. She's been amazing for me. And I think I'm probably the greenest out of all of you in this space. And probably the one thing I've been given, and despite your years of experience, and it is quite intimidating to jump into this. You have a different vocabulary, you have a different knowledge. It's a lot of ranking as to how long you've been in this space and what you do know and don't know. And it's amazing because it's probably just 5 years. And you have to catch up, and the learning curve is incredibly steep. It's incredibly steep. So when you've got supporters out there, who ask you to delve into that space and just go in and, you know, I've got your back, don't worry about it, let's just do this together and figure it out. That's what you need. It's uncharted territory. We're pioneering in this space, and we are all figuring it out, and so are the boys. They're all figuring it out. But you know, you almost feel intimidated to ask those questions because there is a bit of a bullish character in different respects. But with the ladies, we reach out for one another, we support one another, and it's important just to I've started to pay it forward by just meeting up with 2 girls a week in this space, regardless of what they do, just to say hi. I just wanted to say hi to you. This is what I'm doing. Are you talking to anybody? You know, one big hug, one big kumbaya thing you're doing, because that's really important. So thank you for all of that.
And do come into the bigger pie. And Paula, you get the last word. You get to close the panel.
Oh, yeah. Same. Go to market has been great. The bigger pie has been great. Lovely to meet all of you. And Bridget, you've been great. You got me into this space as well. I suppose for me as an educator in the universities that I lecture in, I have Web3 communities, and I call a lot of men in as well. So when we were talking about, you know, what to do with the men. So it is my duty as an educator also to empower men and women to work together. So there would be, I'm always getting them into the groups and figuring out, because I do know when I do talk to my class, the guys are very, very good in crypto, and the ladies are much more into like the metaverse kind of style things. And so trying to get that mix and figuring out how they can work together. So calling men into the space, making them realize the power of female leadership traits, and even capitalizing on their own female leadership traits and being comfortable in it. So that's the wonderful opportunity that I have as an educator. So when I meet ladies like you, it goes straight back into my classroom. So I suppose I'm feeding the younger generation. So we have this more like balanced, equal society. So yes.
I want to join your class.
Yeah, I know.
Can we join your class, please?
So if you want to be able to connect with all the women on the panel and a whole bunch more, please do check out thebiggerpie.io. I will give it a plug so that people can hear about it and then know where to get. The community, the Telegram community itself is for women and gender minorities, but if there's men listening to this and want to know how to reach out and get involved as well, then hit me up on Bridget at thebiggerpie.io.